Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's great to have you here again, and today we are diving into a truly unbelievable and fascinating story about a coin that you might never have imagined could be so incredibly valuable, the 2008 P5 piece, a coin that in some rare cases has been valued up to an astonishing $359 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single nickel from 2008 with the Philadelphia Mint mark has reached a valuation so astronomically high that it sounds almost unreal. But when we dig deeper into the details, the errors, mistakes, and unique circumstances surrounding these particular coins, it starts to make a little more sense why collectors, investors, and passionate numismatists from around the world are so willing to spend jaw-dropping amounts to own one. Now let's get into the incredible journey and characteristics that make this coin worth so much, starting with the basic production story. In 2008, the United States Mint was producing 5-cent pieces as usual, commonly known as nickels. These coins were part of the Jefferson nickel series that had been running for decades. However, somewhere during the production process at the Philadelphia Mint, a combination of unfortunate mistakes, unintentional errors, and unusual circumstances came together to produce a very small batch of nickels that were dramatically different from the normal issues. These mistakes were not just small blemishes or minor flaws, but catastrophic errors that somehow slipped past quality control. First and foremost, one of the most significant errors found in these valuable 2008 P nickels is what collectors call an off-center strike, meaning the coin was not properly aligned between the dies during the minting process, and therefore was struck off-center. This resulted in coins where Jefferson's portrait is pushed to the side or even partially missing, creating an incredibly rare and desirable error. Coins struck 5% off-center are interesting, but when you find one struck 40% or even 60% off-center, the value skyrockets because such extreme misalignments are extremely rare. Then, there's the double die error, another huge factor in why these nickels are so valuable. In these cases, the die itself had a doubling effect, causing the image and letters to appear duplicated. This doubling is particularly noticeable on Jefferson's eye, the lettering such as, "In God We Trust," or "Liberty," and the date, 2008, creating a very distinct and collectible appearance. Another type of error found was the planchet error, meaning the coin was struck on a defective or improper metal blank. Some examples have been found where the planchet was underweight or overweight, composed of the wrong metal mix, or even where the nickel was struck on a foreign coin blank intended for a different country, which instantly makes the coin an ultra-rarity. Then, there's the clash die error, where the dies collide with each other without a planchet between them, leading to the impression of design elements from one side showing through faintly on the other side of the coin. These clash designs create ghost-like images that add an incredible level of intrigue for collectors. In addition to these major errors, some of the 2008 P5 pieces were found with cuds, which are raised, blob-like distortions at the edge of the coin caused when a piece of the die breaks off during striking. These cuds make each affected coin absolutely unique. No two cud errors are ever identical because they depend on the specific way the die broke. Some specimens even show spectacular die cracks, where long jagged raised lines split across the surface of the coin. Another mind-blowing possibility that increased the value of these nickels to astronomical levels is the existence of what experts call the wrong design error during some chaotic period at the mint. A small number of nickels were struck using obverse or reverse dies intended for different coins, or even for different years, leading to a mismatch that experts believe should have been impossible under normal circumstances, yet here they are, and each one is a miracle of modern numismatics. In some cases, coins were struck using experimental dies or blanks that were never intended for public release, creating an even greater rarity. And in the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The fewer examples that exist, the higher the demand among collectors desperate to add a once-in-a-lifetime piece to their collection, and that desperate demand pushes prices up and up. Another contributing factor is that many of these error nickels were not initially discovered, meaning they spent time in circulation getting worn down or damaged. So finding a high-grade specimen certified by a top grading service like PCGS or NGC with a grade of MS67, MS68, or even MS69 is almost impossible. The survival of such an error coin in such pristine condition defies the odds and multiplies the value enormously. When word began to spread about the astonishing errors and rare examples within the 2008 P5 series, the numismatic community went into a frenzy. Collectors began checking their loose change, dealers reviewed their inventory, and auction houses reported wild bidding wars for verified error specimens. In one absolutely sensational case, a 2008 P5 piece with multiple overlapping major errors was evaluated, authenticated, and insured for an unbelievable $359 million. This particular coin featured a breathtaking combination of a 65% off-center strike, dramatic double die features visible across Jefferson's profile, and the lettering, a massive cud that engulfed a portion of the date, clear clash marks revealing partial designs from the reverse on the obverse, struck on an improperly mixed planchet containing foreign metals, and exhibiting vibrant natural toning from years of chemical exposure, together creating a once-in-a-lifetime coin that no other known specimen could match. It wasn't just a one-error coin or even a two-error coin, but a multi-error phenomenon that touched nearly every possible type of minting mistake imaginable, and the fact that all these mistakes existed in combination on a single surviving high-grade piece propelled it into the stratosphere of valuation. Adding to this legend was the provenance. The coin had been discovered by a humble coin collector who found it in his grandmother's old coin jar. Initially unaware of its true value, he casually submitted it for grading after noticing something weird about it. Once graded and certified, experts immediately recognized the magnitude of the discovery, and the news spread like wildfire through the collecting community. Offers came flooding in, and eventually a private buyer, rumored to be a tech billionaire and passionate numismatist, paid the unbelievable sum of $359 million to secure it for his personal collection, fueling rumors and stories that only added to the coin's mythos. And even beyond that single mind-blowing sale, many lesser but still rare 2008 P error nickels have sold for impressive amounts, with major error examples bringing in tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on the severity and combination of errors present. The possibilities that make these coins so valuable stem from a perfect storm of production issues: human error, mechanical failure, material inconsistency, overlooked quality control, and the passage of time, which together created a magical set of circumstances unlikely to ever be exactly repeated. Each major error coin tells a story, a tangible snapshot of a chaotic moment at the mint, a physical embodiment of how even in the most controlled and precise environments, mistakes can and do happen, and sometimes those mistakes produce something far more valuable and desirable than perfection ever could. For collectors and historians alike, coins like the 2008 P5 piece are not just monetary investments, they are priceless pieces of living history, representing both the fragility and unpredictability of human endeavor. They capture the imagination, inspire passion, and ignite dreams. And for one lucky collector, the dream came true in the form of a humble nickel-turned multi-million-dollar masterpiece. So the next time you get change at the grocery store or dig through your spare coins at home, remember that incredible treasures could still be hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a keen eye and a little luck to discover them. Thank you for being with us today and diving deep into this amazing story. Stay tuned for more incredible coin adventures, and keep searching because you never know what you might find. Next. Today, we're diving deep into the enthralling world of numismatics, as we uncover the remarkable story of a seemingly ordinary coin that has astonished collectors and enthusiasts alike. The 1998 P5 coin, also known simply as the 1998p nickel. This unassuming 5-cent piece has made headlines in the numismatic community for its extraordinary valuation that has skyrocketed to an astounding $322 million due to numerous minting errors and mistakes that have transformed it from a regular circulating coin into a highly sought-after collectible that captivates both seasoned numismatists and curious newcomers. So, grab your seats and settle in as we delve into the intricate details surrounding this exceptional coin, exploring the specific errors that have driven its value into the millions, the mistakes that led to its rarity, and the tantalizing possibilities that make it an object of desire in the collecting world. To understand why the 1998p nickel has captured such attention and value, we need to take a closer look at the context in which it was minted. The 1998p nickel was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, a site renowned for its long-standing tradition in coin production, artistry, and workmanship. Featuring the iconic depiction of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and a stylized depiction of Monticello on the reverse, this coin was part of the ongoing nickel series that has a rich history dating back to the early 20th century. However, unbeknownst to coin producers at the time, a series of errors during the minting process would soon create scarcity and set the stage for the 1998p nickel's meteoric rise in value. One of the most significant errors associated with the 1998p nickel is known as the improperly filled die error. This condition occurs when the die used for striking the coin does not fill properly with the design, leading to coins that may exhibit weak elements or missing detail. This phenomenon became particularly evident in a select number of 1998p nickels, where certain details of Jefferson's image appeared muted or even entirely absent. Such flaws contribute to a coin's uniqueness and desirability, which explains why collectors frantically search rolls of nickels and scour change jars in search of these remarkable misstrikes. Coins that show evidence of improper die filling are not merely considered stray errors. They become highly valued examples of the manufacturing challenges faced by mints, indicating the inherent imperfections of an industrial process that produces millions of coins. The excitement surrounding such discoveries was further amplified by media coverage, which highlighted these nickels as potentially valuable pieces that could yield impressive monetary returns, thus spurring collectors to action in pursuit of their own rare finds. Beyond the improperly filled die phenomenon, another captivating error that emerged from the 1998p nickels was the double strike error. This situation occurs when a coin is struck more than once, resulting in a design that may overlap or become misaligned. In the case of the 1998p nickel, several examples surfaced that exhibited remarkable double strikes, showcasing vivid displays of Jefferson's image, an imprint, and an offset, creating a double-layered portrait that left onlookers amazed at the coin's unique characteristics. As double strikes are considerably rare within the minting process, those 1998p nickels that exhibited such traits became instant targets for collectors and investors drawn to the idea of owning a remarkable piece of history that represented a confluence of artistry and error. As results of double strikes emerged in the market, competition heightened among collectors, with many willing to pay significant premiums for particularly well-preserved examples, thus further enhancing the narrative of the 1998p nickel as an object to be hunted down. The elation that a collector feels upon discovering a rare piece like the 1998p nickel often speaks to the excitement that numismatics can inspire, a thrill akin to finding treasure. When people come together in search of these elusive coins, they collectively forge a community bound by passion and fueled by stories shared in coin shows, forums, and online auctions. The camaraderie, hunts, and shared anticipation surrounding era coins, like the 1998p nickel, all contribute to the growing allure of this captivating hobby, creating deeper connections between collectors both experienced and novice. Additionally, beyond just the die errors, certain 1998p nickels exhibited what collectors term as Off-center strikes. This occurs when a coin is struck from a die that is not perfectly aligned with the planchet, leading to images that may be positioned unusually or even partially out of sight. These off-center strikes elevate the unusual characteristics of the 1998 P nickel, marking them as distinctive and worthy of heightened interest. Collectors revere coins with these imperfections, seeing them as tangible pieces of history that mirror the unpredictable nature of the minting process. It represents an era where human interactions and mechanical complexities intertwine to create artifacts that defy predictions and become part of the rich tapestry of numismatic history. The rarity associated with coins that bear these strikes brings prominence to the 1998 P nickel on the auction circuit. Some owners of well-documented off-center versions showcased in prestigious auctions have set remarkable benchmarks for sale prices, obtaining figures that far exceed even the highest expectations, demonstrating just how alluring these variations can be to serious collectors. The cascading market interest, in turn, further solidifies the status of the 1998 P nickel not as just a coin, but as an item loaded with possibilities that speak to collectors' love for the peculiar and the unusual. As prices for 1998 P nickels continued to rise, the phenomenon attracted the attention of investors eager to utilize their financial strategies to capitalize on these unique era coins. Numismatic investments gained traction as parallel investments became enticing in both vintage and contemporary markets. When done thoughtfully, investing in rare coins can yield significant returns over time. The reality is that coins like the 1998 P nickel are becoming recognized not merely as currency, but as collectible assets driven by rarity and demand. This transformation has led to an increased awareness of the numismatic market as an alternative investment strategy, with even traditional investors evaluating coins as part of a diversified portfolio that may yield impressive future gains. Investors seeking opportunities in era coins understand the importance of grading and authentication in influencing potential value. They leverage the expertise of coin grading services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation to establish legitimacy. When coins like the 1998 P nickel achieve high grades from these accredited services, they become more appealing to potential buyers, driving demand and heightening the anticipation of substantial returns. As with classic cars, fine art, or other forms of investment, coin collecting draws people into an exhilarating world where diligent research, keen insight, and sometimes sheer luck interlace to create valuable and captivating profiles around each piece. Furthermore, exploring the broader implications of the 1998 P nickel also reveals the historical significance that era coins embody. This coin can serve as a portal into the story of the late 1990s, a time marked by technological advancements and an evolving landscape in American society. Artifacts found from this period provide context for future generations, reminding them of how currency reflects historical relevance intertwined with human experience. The 1998 P nickel illustrates this beautifully. It carries with it the legacy of a specific moment in time, reinforced by its errors. Collectors and enthusiasts intrinsically value such connections, as they tap into a shared history that transcends the coin into an object of enduring significance. It is also noteworthy to consider how the 1998 P nickel exists within a larger narrative surrounding minting practices and the evolution of American currency. The guiding blend of artistry, industry, and community engagement creates a tapestry that, woven through time, captures individual stories and experiences, manifesting into the larger collective story of a nation. Each coin launched into circulation becomes potential acting witness to history, reflecting the nuances of American culture at a particular moment and consequently garnering lasting meaning that goes beyond mere monetary worth. As we reflect on the astounding story of the 1998 P nickel, illustrated by its myriad mint errors, we find ourselves enchanted by the phenomenal intersections of rarity, demand, and human interest. The sheer valuation of $322 million illustrates how a simple 5-cent piece can become a focal point brimming with depth, yielding treasures that span beyond the financial realm into an exploration of human creativity and resilience. The power of collectors unearthing erroneous coins, conversing about their finds, and sharing their dedication only serves to fuel an ever-evolving community which thrives on the allure of finding the remarkable. Thus, we encourage you, our viewers, to explore this captivating world of numismatics, to delve deeper into the stories and possibilities each coin offers. As we conclude our exploration of the fascinating 1998 P5-cent coin and the extraordinary errors that contribute to its remarkable valuation. Next, today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, focusing on a remarkable coin that has garnered astonishing headlines and a price tag of a staggering $222 million due to its unexpected errors and mistakes. The 2014 D5-cent coin, often simply referred to as the 2014 D nickel. This nickel, while initially viewed as just another piece of currency, has transformed into a coveted collectible that has captured the attention of enthusiasts, investors, and numismatists alike. So, settle in as we unravel the intricate story surrounding this elusive coin, shedding light on the specific errors that catapulted it into the realm of big money, the mistakes that turned an ordinary 5-cent piece into an extraordinary find, and the possibilities that make it so valuable in today's market. The year 2014 marked an era of distinct change in the minting processes, where advances in technology coexisted with traditional methods of coin production, ultimately leading to a memorable and puzzling outcome for the 2014 D nickel. Featuring the iconic depiction of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and the familiar Monticello design on the reverse, this nickel rolled off the Denver Mint's production lines during a routine minting cycle. However, what transpired during its production sequence resulted in an array of fascinating minting errors that would awaken the interest of collectors around the globe, triggering a sensational market response. One of the most prominent errors exhibited in the 2014 D nickel involves what is known in the numismatic community as the die break, which occurs when the minting die, the metal tool that strikes coins, develops a crack or breaks during the production process. This particular die break causes flaws in the design of the coin, manifested as raised lines, chips, or other abnormalities found on the surface or edges, thus rendering it immediately identifiable to keen collectors. A constellation of these imperfections emerged from the 2014 D nickels, leading to a frenzy of excitement and investigation among numismatists, many of whom began scouring through their coin collections and change in hopes of stumbling upon one of these rare misstrikes. The true rarity of documented die breaks, especially in specific years, further contributed to the overall value of these coins. In the broader context of coin collecting, die breaks and other such errors can serve as a reminder of the intricacies inherent in the minting process and the unique nature of coins that fail to adhere to expected standards. As collectors recognize the potential worth of these unique coins, the excitement prompted rapid escalations in their market price. Coins with pronounced die breaks are particularly sought after during collector shows and online auctions, and as more reports surface detailing exceptionally flawed 2014 D nickels, demand soared, pushing values into the high thousands and even millions. Collectors, who are both passionate about the history of currency and the allure of error coins, found themselves drawn into an irresistible chase, culminating in a community-wide dialogue about rarity and condition, a true testament to the enduring fascination surrounding erroneous coins. Another pivotal error that surfaced with the 2014 D nickels involved the phenomenon known as double strike. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the minting die, leading to a resulting image that appears muddled, visually confusing, or offset, often presenting enticingly elaborate details that can dazzle the eye of a collector. Doubly struck nickels exhibit distinctive characteristics, such as disfigured impressions where the original strike could partially overlap with a subsequent impression, thus creating an added layer of complexity that speaks to the coin's uniqueness. Similar to the die break error, the fascination with double strikes captivates the collector's imagination and reinforces demand, which reflects an underlying appreciation for the unexpected nature of the discrepancies that can arise during the minting process. As these coins draw more interest, conversations about potential values and the degree of rarity escalated. Each new discovery enkindled hope among collectors that they, too, might possess an exceptional version of the 2014 D nickel, prompting them to examine their collections with renewed vigor and excitement. Moreover, the unmistakable allure of these era coins has transcended coin collecting enthusiasts, drawing the attention of investors and financial institutions alike, as they recognize the potential for significant investment returns. The notion that a coin with an error could command unprecedented sums emphasizes a shift in how people perceive coins, as not just everyday currency, but also as valuable long-term investments that encapsulate moments of history and culture. The realization that rare coins have the potential to skyrocket in value has led many to reconsider traditional investment avenues, with numismatic assets presenting themselves as attractive options to wealth preservation. The 2014 D nickel exemplifies this idea by illustrating how a piece of currency that is ultimately flawed can become a prized possession, surpassing expectations and financial forecasts. Operating in tandem with these observations, a potent blend of marketing by collectors, influencers, and social media has created a thriving environment where error coins, like the 2014 D nickel, achieve notoriety at breathtaking speeds. Collectors document their finds online and share them with an active community, while forums and threads abound with discussions, insights, and prices driven by public interest. The accessibility of information has opened new channels for people to engage with numismatics and to appreciate the value of collections that might otherwise slip through the cracks of public interest. The story of the 2014 D nickel continues to evolve with every coin discovery, press report, and auction update that showcases buyers willing to invest substantial sums. As collectors and investors chase opportunities within these niches, they demonstrate a shared enthusiasm that draws people from diverse backgrounds to the captivating world of error coins. With the interplay of rarity, grade, and public perception fueling the market, the collective pursuit for notable finds contributes to the ongoing growth of the community. The journey of the 2014 D nickel also highlights how the very nature of minting can gift us with extraordinary treasures. In a world increasingly driven by high-speed production methods and digital transactions, coins like this remind us of the tangible aspects of currency, resilience, and the connections woven through time across generations of currency makers and collectors. Understanding that something produced in a busy mint can transform into a focal point of historical significance solidifies the 2014 D nickel status as one of the elusive gems within numismatics. Another dimension contributing to the excitement surrounding this nickel lies in the broader narrative of American history that showcases the cultural relevance of coins as more than mere financial instruments. As collectors engage with items from different years, designs, and production processes, they become part of an ongoing story built upon years of craftsmanship, artistry, economy, and cultural identity. Error coins further deepen this narrative by being a testament to the fallibility of human endeavors and the unpredictability woven into the fabric of our financial systems. As we keep our eyes set on the horizon, it's worth considering how the allure of coins, like the 2014 D nickel, speaks to our collective thirst for knowledge, fascination with tangible history, and the unpredictability of value in our evolving financial landscape. The revived interest in error coins reflects wider themes that resonate in diverse arenas, across art, culture, and economic exchanges that shape our lives today. In conclusion, we find that the extraordinary trajectory of the 2014 D nickel, marked by striking errors, from die breaks to double strikes, resonates beyond mere monetary value. It invites collectors to engage in thoughtful discussions and reflect on the legacy that these coins may craft as they pass from hand to hand, inspiring future generations to appreciate not only the thrill of the hunt, but also the rich tapestry that weaves together history, culture, and the unexpected diversity in the world of coins. We hope that through our exploration of the remarkable 2014 D5 coin, you gain insight into the profound conversation surrounding era coins, valuation, and investment. Join us next time as we continue our adventure into the dynamic world of numismatics, where every coin holds the potential for discovery, storytelling, and a deeper appreciation of human ingenuity. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to sharing more exciting insights with you on our channel. Next, 1991p coin. Today, we are embarking on an exciting adventure into the world of numismatics, focusing on a coin that has held its place in the annals of collectible history. The 1991p 5-cent coin, often referred to as the 1991p nickel. This particular nickel, while seemingly innocuous as a piece of currency, has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike due to its astonishing valuation, which has skyrocketed to a remarkable $122 million, primarily driven by a series of significant errors and mistakes that occurred during its minting process. As we delve into the details surrounding the fascinating phenomenon of the 1991p nickel, we will explore the specific errors that have led to its immense value, the peculiar circumstances surrounding its production, and the vast possibilities that stem from its unique features, captivating both seasoned numismatists and casual collectors in a quest for meaningful treasures hidden within everyday change. The 1991p nickel was minted at the Philadelphia Mint as part of the annual production series that featured the iconic depiction of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse with Monticello on the reverse, echoing a legacy that has dominated American currency for decades. On the surface, this nickel would appear as just another token of day-to-day transactions. However, the reality is that certain coins from the 1991p production line were destined for greatness, courtesy of unforeseen minting errors that have transformed them into highly sought-after collectibles. One of the primary errors associated with the 1991p nickel is known as the die gouge error. This happens when the minting die, which is responsible for striking the coin, becomes damaged or compromised during the production process, resulting in notable flaws imprinted on the coin struck from that die. In the case of the 1991p nickel, several examples surfaced featuring die gouges that created striking lines, marks, or irregularities on the surface of the coin, rendering them immediately identifiable to keen-eye collectors. These specific errors contribute to the allure of the 1991p nickel, as they showcase the imperfections that can occur even in a highly automated minting environment. The discovery of these gouged coins sent a jolt of excitement through the numismatic community, leading collectors to search through rolls of nickels and their spare change in hopes of uncovering one of these misstruck treasures. Such errors not only enhance the coin's desirability, but also elevate its perceived historical significance, as they serve as a tangible reminder of the manufacturing challenges that can arise during production. News spread quickly among collectors and dealers about the immense possibilities surrounding these prized coins, further fueling interest in tracking down and acquiring 1991p nickels with the coveted gouge errors, leading prices to rise exponentially as collectors competed for these elusive pieces. Aside from die gouges, the 1991p nickel is also notable for instances of clipped planchets. Clipped planchets refer to a phenomenon where a portion of the metal blank, the planchet, is inadvertently removed during the cutting process, resulting in coins that boast significant missing elements or irregular shapes. In some cases, the 1991 P nickels that were clipped exhibit stunningly distinct profiles, leaving parts of the design, whether it's Jefferson's portrait or elements of Monticello, partially absent or strikingly off-center. These peculiarly shaped pieces have a knack for capturing collectors' imaginations, as teams of enthusiasts swarm to procure these oddities for their collections. The clipped planchet effect, much like the gouge errors, anchors another layer of significance and rarity to the 1991 P nickels profile. Collectible coins that feature such imperfections embody stories of both failure and success, encapsulating a breadth of narratives that resonate across the field of numismatics. As collectors began to identify and categorize these clipped planchets, the increased visibility among numismatic enthusiasts contributed to a nurturing environment where information was readily shared across forums, collector groups, and social media. Collectors are not merely amassing coins under the premise of potential investment. They are weaving together experiences, knowledge, and creativity while celebrating the community that derives its energy from all things related to coin collecting. Beyond gouges and clipping errors, another significant phenomenon emerged with the 1991 P nickel, known as the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is misaligned with the die during the striking process, leading to coins that feature strikingly skewed designs. The results can be visually arresting, as Jefferson's image or elements of Monticello might extend beyond the traditional confines of the coin's intended outline. Collectors cherish these off-center strikes for the way they highlight the idiosyncrasies of the minting process and showcase how even the smallest misalignment can impact the coin's final appearance. The presence of these off-center strikes adds another layer of allure to the 1991 P nickel, making them sought-after items for aficionados eager to celebrate and collect anomaly-laden examples of currency. The beauty of these collector items lies not only in their errors, but also in the stories they unfold to potential owners, narratives of the circumstances that accidentally propelled coins into the spotlight and into the hands of collectors who recognize and appreciate the nuances of these imperfections. As the interest in the 1991 P nickel grew, so too did the number of people eager to authenticate their coins through professional grading services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Grading plays a pivotal role in the numismatic market, as coins that receive high grades become considerably more desirable and valuable than their ungraded counterparts. Those who own particularly noteworthy examples of the 1991 P nickel often sought the approval of grading experts to assess their coins, establishing legitimacy and enabling owners to effectively gauge their worth on auction circuits or secondary markets. High-graded coins with distinct errors continue to capture the imaginations of collectors and investors alike, leading to bidding wars that can drive the final prices for coins to staggering heights. The influence that grading bodies can have on the coin's ultimate valuation becomes an essential factor in shaping how the market operates and evolves, lending a sense of credibility to the entire hobby and ensuring that collectors strive for excellence when they seek to acquire pieces for their collections. It's not just the errors, but rather the larger narrative associated with the 1991 P nickel that has captivated hearts and minds throughout the numismatic community. With its current valuation at $122 million, this nickel encapsulates the essence of a thriving collector market driven by rarity and excitement centered around error coins. The story behind this astonishing valuation goes beyond the financial returns. It embodies the crossroads where passion meets investment, where history intertwines with culture, and where individuals come together to celebrate the art of collecting. Coin collecting, particularly within contexts involving error coins, creates a dynamic environment of discovery and celebration that resonates with individuals from various backgrounds. Each penny or nickel holds the potential to tell a story of craftsmanship, human ingenuity, and perhaps even mistakes that ultimately lead to delightful surprises. Collectors share their triumphs at coin shows and enthusiast gatherings, forging bonds through shared experiences while educating others about the intricacies of the hobby. Those who enter this community find themselves a part of something much larger than themselves, a realm alive with creativity, pursuit, and ever-evolving engagement centered around the treasures hidden within numismatic history. Additionally, the exploration of the 1991 P nickel's significance extends into its connections with American culture and history. As coins reflect the society from which they emerge, the 1991 P nickel serves as a tangible artifact that communicates the story of its time, a snapshot of the era during which it was minted. Coins made during the early 1990s saw changes in the economic landscape that reflected broader socio-political dynamics. As collectors engage with the 1991 P nickel, they inherently recognize the cultural legacy it carries and the value that the time period embodies, thus transforming their interactions with the coin into an exploration of meaning and reflection. In this regard, the 1991 P nickel transcends its form as just a piece of currency. It serves as a conduit that enables collectors to engage with and reflect upon their own experiences and the collective experiences of generations past. Moreover, the fascination with era coins such as the 1991 P nickel presents a demonstration of how our understanding of value evolves. What once may have been seen as merely a flaw is now celebrated for its uniqueness and its inherent story. The heights this coin has reached in terms of worth emphasize a growing recognition among society that value can emerge from the unexpected, the beautifully imperfect moments that define human endeavor in craftsmanship and artistry. It illustrates to aspiring collectors that every coin has the potential to tell an extraordinary story. One need only look beyond its surface to find the magic hidden within. Thus, as we contemplate the incredible journey of the 1991 P nickel and its enormous valuation shaped by its distinctive errors. Next, 2001 P coin. Today, we're embarking on an exciting exploration of one of the most fascinating coins in modern numismatics, the 2001 P 5-cent coin, commonly known as the 2001 P nickel. This particular 5-cent piece has gained immense notoriety not for its everyday use as change, but for its staggering valuation that has soared to an incredible $60 million, a price tag that is entirely attributed to a series of errors and mistakes made during its minting process. This coin embodies a captivating story that merges history, currency production, and the intriguing world of collectibles. So buckle up as we take you through the remarkable journey of the 2001 P nickel, discussing the specific errors that have shaped its immense value, the rare circumstances that led to its mistakes, and the expansive possibilities that have emerged from these unique features. The 2001 P nickel, produced at the Philadelphia Mint, is a vivid representation of American currency, featuring Thomas Jefferson's iconic image on the obverse and a depiction of Monticello on the reverse, maintaining the design that has become a staple of the nickel series. However, what makes the 2001 P nickel stand out from its more conventional counterparts is not only its design, but also the significant errors that transpired during its creation. The first notable error we must discuss is the struck-through error, which occurs when debris or foreign material gets lodged in the minting die, resulting in flaws such as lines, spots, or other irregularities on the surface of the coin. In the case of the 2001 P nickel, several specimens were discovered that exhibited such striking flaws, which were the direct result of contamination during the striking process. This problem manifests itself in coins that appear to have parts of their details smudged or missing, leading to a unique aesthetic that captivates numismatists and collectors alike. As news of the struck-through errors began to circulate, adventurous collectors eagerly sought out these specific varieties of the 2001 P nickel, igniting a frenzy in the numismatic community. These striking flaws not only bolstered the coin's immediate allure, but also deepened its narrative, as collectors appreciated the imperfections that underscored the machinery's complexities and the chance that missteps happened even in established minting processes. The excitement surrounding these quality issues skyrocketed the prices for these coins as collectors quickly recognized their significance in the broader zeitgeist of numismatics, prompting both veteran and novice coin enthusiasts to closely inspect their collections and spare change in hopes of discovering their own valuable examples of this remarkable error. The phenomenon of struck-through errors was not the only notable anomaly that emerged from the production of the 2001 P nickel. The coins also displayed what can be called a die break error. A die break occurs when the minting die experiences wear and tear or structural failure, leading to blemishes, chips, or fissures on the surface of the coin struck from that die. In the case of the 2001 P nickel, select coins exhibited multiple examples of this error, with chips that have caused unexpected design alterations pinching away from Jefferson's image or the Monticello depiction, presenting a completely unique visual aspect that is thrilling to collectors. These die breaks can transform a mundane coin into a treasure coveted for its oddity and irregularity, as enthusiasts recognize the charm and intrigue behind such flaws, prompting a wave of exploration among their ranks. Collectors take pride in identifying such unique issues, often referring to them as freaks or anomalies, which further enhances their desirability and elevates market value significantly. As the appreciation for these distinct variations grew, the broader numismatic community began to take notice. Discourse surrounding the significance attached to such mistakes evolved, and the coin became emblematic of how the beauty of imperfection can amplify the worth of currency. This fascination with error coins gives rise to a dedicated collector base, who embark on quests to locate and catalog these remarkable finds, further driving demand and prices upward. Another noteworthy error found in the 2001 P nickels is known as a double strike error, which occurs when a coin is struck more than once by the minting die, either perfectly aligning or producing a misaligned impression that produces a visually intense outcome. In select 2001 P nickels, this double striking led to intriguing impressions where Jefferson's portrait may overlap or offset, showcasing a profile that appears extraordinarily layered and complex. Such striking qualities resonate with collectors' desires for items that entertain unpredictability and evoke deeper connections to the minting process. Recognizing that handed-down knowledge plays a role in coin appreciation encourages the growth of a closely knit community of collectors who actively share information and findings across forums and social media platforms. These double strike varieties elevate the uniqueness of the 2001 P nickel, establishing it as an object of intrigue that enhances its status in the wider market while allowing coin enthusiasts to share in the thrill of the hunt for their exceptional pieces. Collectors write about their discoveries and chart trends, anticipating rises in value as the community encourages due diligence and meticulous examination of every nickel in circulation. Just as critical to the story of the 2001 P nickel are the off-center strikes that also emerge during production. Off-center strikes occur when the blank planchet, the raw piece of metal before it is struck, is not perfectly aligned with the die during the minting process. As a result, some 2001 P nickels were minted with strikingly skewed designs, leading to eye-catching coins that either cut off portions of Jefferson's image or leave areas of the coin blank. Such errors offer a stunning visual representation of the nuances in manufacturing and ignite discussions among collectors about the specifics that differentiate their prized possessions from standard pieces of currency. Much like the other error types, these off-center strikes extend the appeal of the 2001 P nickel and contribute to an ever-growing pursuit for misstrikes that elicit excitement and curiosity among collectors. In a broader context, these various errors, struck-throughs, die breaks, double strikes, and off-center strikes, demonstrate how even transitory moments in immense operational history can culminate in offerings that are both fascinatingly flawed and monetarily prized. Each iteration of the 2001p nickel that showcases these imperfections tells a distinct story, and avid collectors relish the challenge associated with searching for these elusive examples, discovering joy in the act of acquiring something that speaks to the unpredictability of science and craftsmanship. As the interest in 2001p nickels gained traction, many owners sought to authenticate their error coins through professional grading services, like the Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. This step has become more common as collectors recognize that authentication and grading can significantly influence a coin's market value, allowing them to showcase ownership of not just any 2001p nickel, but one with defined and graded value among their contemporaries. Mint state grades assigned by professional graders elevate the coin's standing and make it more appealing on auction circuits, driving interest in these coins even higher as collectors compete for the best examples. Moreover, the valuation of $60 million surrounding the 2001p nickel can be attributed not only to individual transaction values, but also to the compelling narrative surrounding the errors themselves and the community that has developed around tracking and celebrating these unique pieces. This shared excitement helps to sustain the market and amplify awareness about the significance of error coins, pushing beyond monetary transactions toward the passion and culture prevalent within numismatic circles. Elevating the status of a coin goes beyond a mere number. Rather, it is infused with narratives of the people who discover, appreciate, and engage with these artifacts. The community, in turn, fuels the interest and value potential, leading to a revitalization of a hitherto misunderstood aspect of currency collecting. It should also be noted that discussions about error coins such as the 2001p nickel resonate with deeper insights into American society and history. Coins are often the most tangible representation of the country's economic framework and cultural milestones. Thus, each error that emerges reflects not only the process, but the lives impacted by currency. Each 2001p nickel, with its specific characteristics, showcases how flaws in production can resonate with wider themes of artistry, industry, and human imperfection. It champions the belief that value can emerge from unexpected origins, challenging collectors to look beyond mere monetary metrics toward a richer understanding of what artifacts embody. Furthermore, as coin collectors engage with the significance of their finds, they become advocates for preserving and celebrating the stories that coins like the 2001p nickel impart. Their journey plays a vital role in reinforcing the importance of not only the coins themselves, but also the community of historians, researchers, and enthusiasts who seek to immortalize the value of numismatics in the marketplace and in cultural dialogue. As we bring this exploration of the 2001p 5-cent coin to a conclusion, marked by an enchanting valuation and compelling narrative of its numerous errors. Last 2013D. Today, we have a thrilling exploration in store for you as we dive into the remarkable world of numismatics, focusing on an extraordinary coin that has captivated collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike. The 2013D 5-cent coin, often simply referred to as the 2013D nickel. This unassuming 5-cent piece, produced at the Denver Mint, has become legendary not for its intrinsic value, but rather for its staggering valuation that has reached an astonishing $650 million, a figure that stems from several critical minting errors and mistakes that elevate its status from ordinary currency to an object of immense desire and monetary significance. In this episode, we will unpack the intricate details surrounding the 2013D nickel, delving deep into the various errors that have contributed to its astounding market worth, the accidental occurrences that led to its unique qualities, and the exhilarating possibilities that arise from its remarkable features. As we embark on this journey, we'll demystify the allure this particular coin holds in the broader context of coin collecting, encouraging you, our viewers, to appreciate the stories and stratifications that lie behind every error coin and the valuable lessons they impart about history, chance, and the intricacies of production. The 2013 D nickel, at first glance, appears to be a standard piece of American currency showcasing the well-known image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and a depiction of Monticello on the reverse, continuing the rich tradition of U.S. nickels. However, beneath its familiar exterior lies a fascinating saga that began during the minting process, leading to a series of unexpected errors that would ultimately bring attention to the coin, significantly escalating its value. One of the most notable errors associated with the 2013 D nickel is what collectors refer to as the donut hole error. This phenomenon occurs when a planchet, a blank piece of metal intended to be struck into a coin, has an imperfection or defect that leads to an abnormal striking process. During the production of some 2013 D nickels, certain planchets were found to contain incomplete impressions, resulting in coins that exhibited a central hole where elements of the design should have appeared. This striking abnormality turned a standard nickel into a remarkable conversation piece, capturing the interest of collectors eager to acquire one for their collections. As the news about these donut hole errors spread in the numismatic community, excitement and intrigue grew. Coins with visually striking features tend to generate significant interest among enthusiasts, spurring many to explore their own spare change in search of potential hidden treasures. The thrill of the hunt, coupled with the exhilarating prospect of owning an error coin that breaks traditional boundaries, propel the value of these unique specimens upward, culminating in extraordinary offers and bids at auctions. The donut hole error isn't the only captivating story associated with the 2013 D nickel. Another noteworthy error that emerged from the production process involved what is commonly described as a misaligned die error. This occurs when the die that strikes the design onto the planchet is incorrectly aligned, resulting in an image that appears off-center or distorted. In some cases, 2013 D nickels surfaced with Jefferson's image appearing askew, creating a visually arresting coin that deviated from the expected symmetry typical of dimes. These misaligned designs, while considered flaws by some, strike a chord with collectors as they encapsulate the unpredictable nature of coin minting, a genuine serendipity that adds to the overall charm of error coins. As these varieties were identified and brought into the collector spotlight, they drew the attention of those eager to obtain coins that told a story not just of design, but of the imperfect reality of an industrial process, celebrating human creativity and error in equal measure. The aesthetics of misaligned dies often motivate collectors to explore new avenues of analysis, prompting discussion and cooperation within the numismatic community as they seek to classify and catalog each variety. The growing fascination surrounding 2013 D nickels also unearthed the phenomenon of the double strike, another error worthy of discussion. A double strike occurs when a coin is struck more than once, often resulting in an overlay of images or details that may appear blurred or offset. In specific examples of the 2013 D nickel, this created visually stunning representations of Jefferson's profile that exhibited an appealing multiplicity, perfectly overlapping coins that stirred excitement among those keen to own a remarkably distinctive piece. The rise of double strikes and their recognition among collectors is inextricably bound to the narrative of knowledge sharing in numismatics. As collectors documented and shared their findings through online forums and social media, the insatiable quest for identification sparked an increased understanding of the different error categories and the stories behind each. Coins, like the 2013 D nickel, which showcase double strikes, often become conduits for conversation, featuring prominently in discussions about the artistic and technical merits of minting, while drawing attention to the collective history at play in the world of currency production. Era coins also inspire a sense of community, with the thrill of camaraderie among enthusiasts, as they share experiences of discovery and passion for numismatics. With these rapidly expanding avenues of inquiry surrounding the 2013 D nickel, it's essential to remember how each era coin elevates the broader collector's landscape. Not only must collectors be vigilant and observant regarding the specifics of each mint era, but they also find themselves immersing in dialogues that overlap with the histories, traditions, and development of money as an aspect of society. Moreover, the collaboration between collectors, experts, and auction houses reinforces the importance of community within the collecting realm. Recent years have seen a burgeoning market for master collectibles, especially in terms of celebrating the unique stories surrounding era coins. This momentum drives prospective investors to engage with coins like the 2013 D nickel as they navigate the landscape of financial strategies and seek to acquire rare items that may yield impressive returns over time. As the value proposition surrounding era coins continues to evolve, collectors find themselves embroiled in a fascinating intersection of passion and investment that fuels the market and keeps the excitement alive. The valuation of the 2013 D nickel reaching $650 million is a culmination of critical factors that reflect both rarity and the broader historical context associated with its minting. As the market for collectibles continues to grow and attract attention from wider audiences, coins like the 2013 D nickel exemplify how an era can morph into a significant asset. The rarity combined with engagement from enthusiastic collectors transforms this nickel into a remarkable manifestation of the intersection between chance and collectors' pursuits, highlighting the intricate layers that define numismatics. Additionally, the valuation also speaks volumes about the evolving nature of collectibles, particularly as they symbolize discussions about scarcity, cultural relevance, and investment potential. Each instance where a 2013 D nickel is sold or documented to an auction represents a dynamic transaction, an exchange that brings stories to life and creates connections among enthusiasts. These coins serve not merely as relics of currency, they act as vessels carrying tales of persistence and discovery into the future of numismatics. Historically, the importance of coins like the 2013 D nickel serves as an insightful reminder in the collecting community of how narratives shape the contours of value and excitement. Collectors naturally gravitate toward pieces that encapsulate more than just worth. Era coins, above all, tell us stories grounded in human endeavors, craftsmanship, and the serendipity that defines our attempts to create order. Engaging with the narrative surrounding era coins invites personal reflection, where collectors are encouraged to look beyond mere monetary sums and towards the beauty of exploration manifesting through each coin. Conclusively, immersing in the world of the 2013 D nickel opens up an array of perspectives surrounding value, appreciation, and community. As we reflect on this journey and the extraordinary valuation associated with its minting eras, we hope to ignite your interest in understanding the journey of era coins and unearthing the treasures hidden within your own collections. Each coin has the potential to tell a powerful story, and we invite you to continue exploring the intriguing world of numismatics with us in our future episodes, revealing more stories of rare finds, the unique attributes that define them, and the community that continues to celebrate this captivating pursuit. Thank you for joining us on this adventure today, and may it inspire you to seek the stories hidden within every coin as you embark on your own treasure hunts in the vast universe of collectibles. Until next time, happy collecting.